relationships, how to relate to the society. Offer your gratitude to your school teachers, who taught you the education that you needed to live your life, the education you needed for you to build your career. Your gratitude to all your teachers. Offer your gratitude to all the relationships that you have had in your life. They all taught you something. Offer your gratitude to all the relationships that you had, for it is them that have molded you to who you are today. Also, you think about each and every relationship you have and offer your gratitude to that person for molding you to who you are today, for contributing to you. Offer your gratitude to all the spiritual teachers and spiritual gurus you have had in your life, who taught you about spirituality, about liberation. Who awakened and nurtured the seeking. Offer your gratitude to Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Offer your gratitude to the person who introduced you to Swamiji, who introduced you to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Offer your deepest gratitude to that person for having introduced your Sadguru to you. Offer your immense gratitude to the person who enriched you about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And finally, offer your deepest gratitude and the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for having happened in your life. Offer your gratitude and the divine lotus feet of Hinduism healed himself to you. Offer your gratitude to Bhagavan for all the powerful cognitions, the shastras, the knowledge weapons that he has equipped you for you to live a happy, blissful, prosperous, abundant life. Offer your gratitude to Bhagavan for all the initiations he has showered upon you. Offer your deepest gratitude offer your deepest gratitude and the divine notice feet of Bhagavan for all the experiences Bhagavan has blessed you, all the spiritual experiences that you have had. Offer your deepest gratitude to Bhagavan. Offer your deepest gratitude to Bhagavan. Deepest gratitude to Bhagavan. Gratitude to Bhagavan. Connecting with the divine, with your eyes closed to the divine, with your eyes closed to the divine, connecting with the divine, with your eyes open, connecting with the divine, with your eyes open. Let us now move from meditation. Let us now move from meditation. Very slowly. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
श्यामला पीडारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिव पुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यमान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल दिगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवर्तक श्रीमन् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान दीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्नकाहलादि समस्त विरतावल्यरंजित ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सत्योजात निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग श्रीभूत परमतकल भेद केशरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु श्रवण शाक्यादि महातकार निर्वाण ज्ञानवानु दीक्षानर्हार्ह वचोच्चेदन पूर्वक ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ
Nithyanandam, welcome to the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam. This majestic 21-day celebration is the sacred revival of cosmic consciousness, a living reawakening of the divine source from which all ancient cultures and civilizations arise. This Brahmotsavam celebrates the grandest historical revival of the Kailasa Paramparagata Kashi Sarvajñapita, undertaken in history by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramamashivam. Established by Paramashiva as Vishwanatha in the sacred city of Varanasi, this throne was passed to Devi Jagadhatri, a form of Paramashiva Shakti, and protected continuously through the millennia to uphold the sacred knowledge of Hinduism. It stands as a singular source of making the ultimate science of enlightenment, including the Prasthanatraya, that is the Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutras, and the 108 Upanishads, available to modern humanity at large, translated into over 108 languages. Though Kashi remains the holiest heartbeat of the global Hindu diaspora, it has faced a relentless struggle against medieval barrages. From the Mughal terrorists destroying thousands of temples in 1136 CE, to the annihilation attempts by Pharaoh Shah and Sikandar Lodi, to the 1700s when Aurangzeb besieged the city and systematically erected mosques over destroyed temples. The assault on its sovereignty took a bureaucratic turn in 1948 when Kashi was annexed into the Indian Union by Jawaharlal Nehru, stripping Hindus of the sovereign governance to their most sacred landscape. By the late 20th century, the Kashi Sarvajñapita urgently needed revival. In a pivotal moment in 1999, Swami Hamsananda Puri, the Guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's Vedanta Guru, Vibhudananda Puri, coronated the Supreme Pontiff as the rightful successor to this revered seat. Further solidifying his divine inheritance, Leeladhar Swarup, the last inheritor of the ruling seat at Manikarnika Ghat, entrusted his lineage to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his will. He trusted Sri Tirchi Swamigal, Sri Sukadevanandji, and Vishwadevanandji of the Atal and Nirvani Akhadas to protect the throne until the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism took full reign. In 2008, following their direct blessings, Radhe Shyam Khemka, the trustee of Gita Press, formally handed over the kingdom to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Despite this sacred tradition, hostile state elements have systematically purloined Hindu heritage sites. This culminated in a horrible act of lawfare on June 6, 2020, when the ancient temple of Kashi Sarvajñapita at Manikarnika Ghat was illegally razed to the ground using earth movers, while the monks of the sovereign order of Kailasas Nithyananda inside barely escaped with their lives. Yet, transcending this destruction, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the legacy of Kashi deathless by radiating its ultimate truths globally. Unlike ordinary books containing an author's personal bias, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed that the Shastras, the Vedas and Agamas are direct, unadulterated reflections of Akashic records. By transmitting unparalleled commentaries on the Brahma Sutras and key Upanishads, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has mapped these cosmic truths into the modern language. Through the Katha Upanishad, he has revived Nachiketa's fierce authenticity to go beyond death. Through the Kena Upanishad, he has ignited the fire of ferocious seeking, and by giving the world the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, he maps the ultimate realization directly into the human consciousness, ensuring that the crown jewel of the Vedanta tradition, the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, from Paramashiva to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, lives on forever. Let us now offer puja, where we mirror the neurological activity of the higher vertical time zones. Today, let us gain access, offer deepest gratitude, and worship the sacred Guru Parampara and the rightful inheritor of Kailasa Paramparagata, Kashi Sarvajñapita, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam, and his deities in Kailasa's temples around the world.
सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभम् वराभयकराम्बुजम् विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरम् प्रसन्नवदने क्षणम् सकलदेवतारूपिणम् स्मरेत् शिरसि हंसकम् तदभिधानपूर्वम् कुर्वन्। अथ धूपः। ॐ धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तम् धूर्वदयोस्मान् धूर्वदितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि संस्थितमं वप्रतमं ज्येष्ठतमं मन्यतमं देवहूतममृतमसि हविर्दानं त्रिगुंहस्त्वमाह्वाः मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्ष्येर्मा संविक्ता मा त्वाहिगं शिशुम्। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाग्रापयामि। अथ दीपः। ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदो भग्निं निरृतिं मम पशुभुजमग्यमापः जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानोहिकं श्रीर्जातवेदो रामश्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिव्यदग्नागहि श्रिया मा परिपादया। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम्। ॐ मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीन सन्तोषधीः मधुरक्तमुदोषधि मधुमत्पार्थिव पुंरजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुभागं अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम्। ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्ग्रहाणीति द्वादशारत्नीरजना भवति द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुध्ये मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्वैमुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुध्ये चित्रानक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत्कर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वम् भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
தேசனடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றடி மதனடி போற்றி மாயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெருந்துரை நம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர வந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் பூவோடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டு இனி கரம் தந்து காத்திட்டு கருணை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட நிற்கிறேன் வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர் வந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் பூவோடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய்
as the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva, Tripurantakamurti, I bless you all with Paramadvaita. All the Paramashiva Sena program participants from Thiruvannamalai and Guinea-Bissau, Chit Sabha members, Rajya Sabha members, Kailasavasis and all e-citizens, viewers, visitors who are joining with us through the internet and internet. I welcome each and every one of you with my love and blessings. Today, I initiate all the PSS participants into experiencing Paramashanta, which is Shanti-based Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakailasa, Grahaṇam. Listen, Grahaṇam. Digest every heavy secret of existence. Listen. Right now, your brain is like a mouth filled with dry, unchewed food. You are scrolling, watching, and cramming information in, but you are not swallowing any of it. You are not digesting any of it. That is why you feel heavy, confused, and stuck, no matter how much you learn. Listen. Through this satsang, I am going to rewire and tune your brain through initiation, awakening the power of Grahaṇam within you. Awakening the power of Grahaṇam within you. Every truth I reveal in this discourse is not just information, it's a direct transmission that will literally rewire your neural pathways reprogram your Antahkarana and initiate you into the ultimate truths of existence, so that what once felt impossible becomes your lived reality. Today I am not going to give you more food. I am initiating you into Grahaṇam, the ancient science of dissolving complex problems into water so they flow through you effortlessly. By the time I finish this sentence, you will realize that the hardest concept you have been running from, breaking the reality and trying to understand, is mathematics. Uniting everything and understand the core, through the core everything, is enlightenment. If we have just one more class in the schools, I am not saying there should not be mathematics class. Along with mathematics class, the next session should be the science of enlightenment. Then the world will be totally different. Many times I feel bad that Hinduism has been branded as a religion in the Western understanding of religion. Hinduism is actually the pure science about everything. Science which is not adulterated by the funding corporate companies with a vested result expectation. See, any scientific study, research, the result comes exactly as the funder wanted. Whoever is funding that study or research, whatever result he wants, that only comes out. And don't ask me how. I won't get into those details. But Sanatana Hindu Dharma is unadulterated, pure science. That is why our rishis disowned the whole society or being funded by someone, being influenced by someone. They sat in forest and did the whole. See that science component of Sanatana Hindu Dharma was kept away from the society's good and bad, right and wrong. Even not only the funding positive influence, even the defamation negative influence. Our rishis kept themselves completely away. See all the Puranas, where it was revealed in Aranya, Naimisharanya. Taruka Vana. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a pure science. It is not religion as per the Western definition of religion. Grahaṇam is the power of cognizing. It is the ability of the soul to perceive, to grasp, to understand, to digest any concept, any situation, any reality as it is. The Paushkaragama, one of the most detailed Shaivagamas, describes this with an absolute precision. Listen to these truths. Kaladi pasa patalaha grahagatvena tat siddher nacha tat grahanam vina grahana bhava tasya grahagakas शून्यवत् स्थितः तन्निवृत्त्यर्थ मादवदु मायातो चायते कला तदो विद्याकला तत्त्वाद भूत बोहार्थम आत्मनः. It's a beautiful verse from Paushkaragama, 5th chapter and 7 and 8th verse. Kaladi pasa patalaha grahagatvena tat siddher nacha tat grahanam vina grahana bhava tasya grahakasya शून्यवत् स्थितः तन्निवृत्त्यर्थ मातौतु मायातो जायते कला ततो विद्या कला तत्त्वात् ततो विद्या कला तत्त्वात् भूतभोगार्थम् आत्मनः. ततो विद्या कला तत्त्वात् भूतभोगार्थम् आत्मनः. The soul is associated with the power of cognize, Grahaṇam. The ability of cognizing is effected in view of the thing to be cognized. In the absence of the thing to be cognized, the ability of the soul to cognize would remain only as a void. For the sake of removal of the obscuring substance known as mala, first Kala Tattva originates from Maya, then Kala Tattva originates Vidya Tattva as the subsequent bondage of the soul. This bondage of Vidya Tattva is effected in view of the Buddhi Tattva, where enjoyments are stored in subtle form. Listen. Listen. Whenever I recite the Sanskrit verse and its meaning, the original Shastra Pramana and its meaning, 99% of you just shut down. I request not to shut down and develop taste for the original Shastra Pramana and understanding the original Shastra Pramana. And I tell you, satsangs without Shastra Pramana is like a concrete. Satsangs with Shastra Pramana is like a reinforced concrete. RCC. The life is million times more. I always feel if Osho has used the original Sanskrit verses, of course, he has commented almost 100 Hindu scriptures, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Avadhuta Gita, Yoga Sutras, Vijnana Vairava Tantra, and almost 100 Hindu scriptures he has commented. But always he has used only the English translation and commented on it. It's really, if he has used the original Sanskrit verse also in his satsangs, untranslated, and gave the translation uncommented, the life of his message and mission would have been million-fold stronger, larger, deeper, powerful. I'm no one to judge him. Surely I won't judge him. He's something great. No, I won't judge him. I'm just giving you an important understanding. Maybe he also saw the people shut down. The moment he utters the original Sanskrit word, people just shut their brain. That might have been the reason. But in Hindi, in his Hindi lectures, he uses all those original Sanskrit verses and he uses exact original Sanskrit verse and breaks them and explains. Unfortunately, in his English lectures, the original Sanskrit words missing. Maybe due to people like you all who just shut down when I recite the original verse and give the meaning. Anyhow, even if you shut down, I am not going to stop. I am going to continue to keep this original Shastra Pramana and original translation, then revealing the deeper secrets, decoding, demystifying. I'm going to keep this trend because only this way for generations it's going to be kept alive in purest form, unadulterated. Listen, your soul has the power to cognize, the power of Grahaṇam. But this power depends on what it cognizes. If there is nothing to cognize, your Grahaṇam remains empty, like a void. The problem is, your Grahaṇam is currently cognizing the wrong things. It is cognizing limitation. It is cognizing fear. It is cognizing the reality tunnel created by your Antahkarana. Today, I am initiating you into the power of Grahaṇam, the power to cognize reality as it is, not as your filtered inner instruments shows it to you. I tell you, the only thing Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me is, he just established me into this. Paramashiva is only manifesting, digesting, doing everything. He is perceiving, he is responding, he is digesting, he is seeing. This one experience gave me the assurance anything he does, he reacts, he responds, he behaves, is going to be only good. It always ends good. Always I am the one who is having the last laugh. A small story. A father was bragging about his daughter who had studied painting in Paris. This is the sunset my daughter painted, he said to Uncle Sam. She studied painting abroad, you know. Uncle Sam said, that accounts for it. I never saw a sunset like that in this country. Do you see? He did not even look at the painting nor the actual sunset. He already knew it was wrong because it did not match with his internal template of what a sunset should look like. His Antahkarana, his inner instrument, was so rigidly imprinted with his own reality tunnel that he could not see anything outside. The father, on the other hand, saw beauty because of his reality tunnel was, my daughter is talented. Same painting, two different realities. Your Grahaṇam digests what your Antahkarana allows in. If your inner instrument is frozen, your Antahkarana cannot digest anything new. Listen. Same situation. Two different people will have two different experience and reaction. Same reality, same situation, same happening, same incident. Two different people will have two different experience, reaction of that same reality because both carry a different nervous system. Not only two different people, sometimes even you. A small story, one guy, a villager went to a different village, and while he was coming back, suddenly he saw his house was on fire. He started rolling on the ground and screaming. One of his sons rushed to him and said, "Don't worry, father, that house was sold 2 days before I sold that house. It's not ours." Then this fellow got up and sat, wiped his tears, and he was so relieved, praising his son for such great work. Good, so nice. Wow, I'm feeling relieved. But within 2 minutes, the second son came and told, "Yes, father, we sold, but we have not received the money yet. Money has not yet reached us." That's all. Again, this fellow started rolling on the ground and crying. Same reality, same person, when the cognition is different, the experience, reaction, result, everything is different. When he feels it is mine, his, the reaction is different. When he feels it is not his, the reaction is different. I'll give you one more simple example. Have you ever bought a new car, say red Honda, and suddenly you start seeing red Hondas everywhere? You were always there, your eyes saw them, but your Antahkarana filtered them out because they were not relevant. The moment you bought one, your inner instrument updated its filter, and suddenly your reality was full of red Hondas. This is exactly how your inner instrument works. Your Antahkarana faces two directions. Toward the self, which is pure consciousness, and toward material nature, which is its immediate origin. And between these two directions, there is a filter. This filter is made of Bhavas, fundamental predispositions that emerge from gunas of Prakriti. What are these Bhavas? The Mrigendragama describes 8 Bhavas. You can see this card which I am presenting to understand these 8 Bhavas. Dharma, virtue. Adharma, non-virtue. Jnana, knowledge. Ajnana, ignorance. Vairagya, dispassion. Vairagya gives you the ability to look from above, observe without getting attached. Avairagya, attachment. Aishwarya, sovereignty, power. And Anaishwarya, lack of sovereignty. These are the 8. I'll repeat. Listen. Dharma, adharma. Dharma means virtue. Adharma means non-virtue. Jnana, knowledge. Ajnana, ignorance. Vairagya, dispassion. Avairagya, attachment. Aishwarya, sovereignty, power. And Anaishwarya, lack of sovereignty. These 8 are the Bhavas. These predispositions predispose the person either towards higher knowledge and power or towards lower pleasure and obstacles. This is like a firewall for your nervous system. This is what determines what you see and what you don't see. This is why you walk past opportunities every single day. Not because they are not there, but because your Antahkarana is not trained to see them. Your Antahkarana does not just filter what you see, it filters what you can even imagine is possible for you. Now let me reveal to you the secret of time itself. Modern quantum physics has discovered that time does not exist independently. Time emerges from the subjective quantum measurement, decisions, made by conscious agents. Listen. Let me reveal to you the secret of time itself. Modern quantum physics has discovered that time does not exist independently. Time emerges from the subjective quantum measurement decisions made by the conscious agents. That is why even Agamas describe Kalabhairava is never separate. He manifests because of Paramashiva. His decisions, the Paramashiva's decisions, Kalabhairava emerges. Each conscious agent creates their personal temporal reality through their own probability assignments. In other words, you are not living in the timeline. You are living in your timeline. Listen. You are not living in the timeline. You are living in your timeline, created by your own observation. The Mrihendragama describes the Bhavas, the 8 fundamental predispositions, as your temporal architecture. They determine which timeline you experience. Change your predispositions, you will simply change your timeline. Re-imprint your Antahkarana and you re-imprint your entire temporal reality. Listen. Change your predispositions. You will change your timeline. Re-imprint your Antahkarana and you re-imprint your entire temporal reality. Listen. Only human being can re-imprint Antahkarana. Neither the beings in higher worlds like Swarga, Maha, Jana, Tapa, nor the beings in the lower worlds, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala, cannot re-imprint their Antahkarana. Only human beings can re-imprint their Antahkarana. That is why I insist on the importance of the human body and better get enlightened by re-imprinting your Antahkarana when you are in the human body as a human being. All the Antahkaranas, the higher world beings, like Devas, Rishi, Muni, all of them, the Antahkaranas they have is only to enjoy that reality, and they do not have the capacity to re-imprint. For re-imprinting, even they have to come here to Bhuloka as a human being. Sometimes people ask me, recently one person was messaging, Swamiji, if my inner instrument is filtering my reality, how do I know what is real? How do I know if anything is real at all? I told her, this is the eternal question you are asking. The questions asked by rishis in Upanishads, in Agamas, in Darshanas. No. I am seeing reality. That's what she asked. I told her. You are asking, how do I know if I am seeing reality? But the real question is, how do I know if I am seeing through the filter or beyond it? The question should be changed. The question should be changed. Instead of asking, how do I know if I am seeing reality? If we change the question, how do I know if I am seeing through the filter or beyond it? Then you will find the solution. Actually, 99% of the time, I have to teach people only to ask the right question, they find the solution. When people come with a question, I do not try to answer the question. I just try to make them ask the right question. Question, problem will be solved. The Paushkaragama gives the beautiful answer. The answer is Grahaṇam, the power of cognizing. It is the soul's innate ability. But this ability is currently directed at the wrong objects. It is directed at the objects created by your Bhavas, your predispositions. So here is the answer. You cannot think your way past the filter. Bhavas, your predispositions. So here is the answer. You cannot think your way past the filter. You cannot analyze your way to reality because the filter is your thinking. The filter is your analyzing. You must relax. You must soften. You must unclutch. You must observe the observer. You must observe the cognition without cognizing. The being who is cognizing should be observed without getting diverted into the things which is cognized. You must enter the state where the Antahkarana cognizes itself. Antahkarana stops filtering and starts receiving in its pure form. That state is called Madhurya. gentleness, softness. When you are gentle with yourself, the filter loosens. When you are gentle with yourself, the Bhavas settle. And when the Bhavas settle, Grahaṇam, the power of cognizing, functions perfectly. Stop trying to see reality. Start relaxing into it. Listen. The essence of what I want to convey with today's satsang, Grahaṇam, power of cognizing. Be soft on you. Cognize who is cognizing without getting distracted into the things cognized. Observe the observer without getting diverted into the things observed. Sit in that. You will achieve, manifest the ultimate. I'll expand further in further satsangs. Today, I have beautiful two great digital gifts from Mahakailasa for all of you. First is the Causing Reality, a digital book. And the second is Live 24 of Bididi Kalpavriksha, Banyan Tree, the boon giving tree. The live link. Receive it and enjoy it. Blessings to every one of you. And also Chitra Nakshatram. Many Kailasas are conducted. The Chitra Nakshatram Puja means receiving the devotees with Pada Puja, offering them Annada with Guru Puja, Kailasa Malay, Los Angeles, Kailasa, Kailasa United Kingdom, Kailasa France, Kailasa Malaysia, Kailasa Salem. All these ashrams, all these Kailasas have offered Chitra Nakshatram Puja and received the devotees with Pada Puja, seeing them as me, seeing me in them, and offering puja to all of them, and Annadana. I am so happy, and I am blessing all these Kailasas and those devotees who did it. All those devotees who did this seva, this puja, I accept directly and bless you all with Paramashiva's Paramasannitya in you, with you forever. Paramatvaita Praptiras. I am so happy this has started. You guys don't know how great benefits this is going to do for the individual and for those who come, those who do and those who receive, for both it will do great goods. It will do Paramatma. And all those who have washed the feet of devotees with humility, who have invited them into your homes and temples with love, who have offered Pada Puja to them, who have served them Annadanam with utmost devotion, know this truth. The living embodiment of Paramashiva, I myself came to you as those very devotees. I accepted all your devotion, all your puja, and all your Annadanam directly. Every foot you washed was my foot. Every plate you served was served to me. Every heart that welcomed the devotees welcomed me into your homes and Kailasas, and I live inside you, with you, always protecting you, guiding you, supporting you, manifesting what you want. As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva, Kalyana Sundaramurti, Uma Maheshwaramurti, Suhasanamurti, Umeshamurti, Gauri Leela Samanvitamurti, Gauri Varapratamurti. I bless you all with Paramatvaita. All the Paramashiva Sena participants in Kailasa Thiruvannamalai, Kailasa Guinea-Bissau, Chitsabha members and Rajasabha members, Kailasavasis and all the e-citizens, viewers, visitors who are joining with us through the internet and internet. I welcome each and every one of you with my love and blessings. Today, I initiate all the PSS participants into Nirvana Diksha. Focus on the source of first person and pull yourself out of delusion. Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakailasa. Listen. Manifestation is Swatantriya, the sovereign freedom of consciousness, inherently, infinitely available to you. Just two words. Anything your brain can believe, cognize. Anything your brain can cognize and believe, it is done. Listen. Always to manifest, stretch your brain, but your brain should believe it is possible. Most of you learned that manifestation is about asking the universe for something from these non-Hindu sources, the plagiarized sources. That is the biggest lie taught by beggars. Those who plagiarized, stole half knowledge from Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So even if they have stolen completely and reproduced it, great. But to reproduce Hinduism, you have to be only enlightened. Only an enlightened being can reproduce the Sanatana Dharma as it is with the context. So, when you try to plagiarize without enlightenment, without living it in your nervous system, always you miss the important part, the life. See, even when Sadashiva manifests, through his 5 phases, he reveals 4 Vedas, and through the 5th phase, Agamas. See, through the 4 phases, 4 Vedas, and through the 5th phase, Agama. But the avyakta, unmanifest part in him, that context, that gets transmitted only to enlightened being. Only if you are enlightened, you will know what for Mahadeva is telling, what is the context, and the unmanifest, avyakta context part is too important to understand the message of the Vedas and Agamas. Understand? Vedas and Agamas are more like a cheat sheet. Only if you know the context of Paramashiva through Anubhuti, you can even understand and decode. Those non-Hindu sources, which has just stolen the cheat sheet and tried to translate and play with it, always mess up their life and others' life. So listen, those non-Hindu sources, I should even use the word anti-Hindu sources, taught you manifestation is about asking the universe for something. See, if you have learned manifestation from any source, any person, any video, any book, who cannot give you the original Shastra Pramana? You learnt it from non-Hindu sources or anti-Hindu sources? Kakka biryani. Again, the story of Kakka biryani only. Listen. Paramashiva beautifully reveals to his disciples. Paramashiva revealed the Agama to many people, sometimes to some rishis, sometimes to his own different manifestations, sometimes to Garuda, sometimes to Nandi, sometimes to Subramanya. Paramashiva reveals in Vedagama some of the most important truths, sacred secrets. The rishis, the agamas, the ancient masters of Sanatana Hindu Dharma never asked for anything. They declared. They knew. They became. They declared. They knew. They became. The word Swatantriya in the Agamas means sovereign freedom, the inherent infinitely available power of consciousness to organize itself into any form, any circumstance, any life. Listen. The word Swatantriya in the Agamas means sovereign freedom, the inherent, infinitely available power of consciousness to organize itself into any form, any circumstances, any life for your entire life. You have been using the sovereign freedom of consciousness, what the Agama calls Swatantriya, to flawlessly manifest headaches and hard times, all while waiting for the universe to hand you a key that has been sitting in your own packet since birth. Your cognition is the most powerful transmutation engine in existence. It turns a whispered fear into a tangible wall and a relaxed knowing into an open door. So, as I reveal this truth to you, listen. You should also know, when you consciously decided to manifest something and declared, from that moment only your conscious declaration starts manifesting. All other this unnecessary fears, sudden anxiety spikes, nothing matters. All those things will not manifest. Only your conscious declaration manifests, and universe organizes itself for that. Listen. Your cognition is the most powerful transmutation engine in existence. It turns a whispered fear into a tangible wall and a relaxed knowing into an open door. So as I reveal this truth to you, listen. Not just with your intellect, listen with your being. I'm going to reveal 5 manifestation techniques. The 5 most powerful, secretly guarded methods, processes from 5 Puranic happenings. Our rishis have embedded all these great truths into the scriptures that will give you the exact mechanics to turn your cognition from a scattered light bulb into laser that cuts through the solid steel of limitation. I'm going to decode the precise, time-tested, foolproof, cosmically verified engineering of reality itself. listen. I'm introducing one more word, the keywords. Swachanda Tattva. Swachanda Tattva. Listen. Swachanda Tattva is the state of supreme, unconstrained freedom from where consciousness moves without cause, and the why and how are irrelevant. See, Swachanda Tattva is the state of supreme, unconstrained freedom where consciousness moves without cause, and the why and how are irrelevant because the who has simply decided. Because the who has decided, why and how are irrelevant. In 2024, humanity's most powerful deep space telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope captured the images of galaxies and luminous black hole powered cores existing barely 300 to 500 million years after the birth of this universe. These objects are so early, so massive, so intricately organized that according to the standard models scientists had trusted for decades, they should not have existed yet at all. This discovery quietly shattered old assumptions because it proved that extraordinary structure, brilliance, and organization can appear in the cosmos far earlier and far faster than anyone predicted. The pattern, it turns out, precedes the particle and the intention precedes the manifestation. Listen. Now I am connecting. The Agamas declared this thousands of years ago in 4 words. The Vedagamas have declared thousands of years before in 4 words. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the cosmos. And modern astrophysics has now spent enormous sums of money and decades of research simply to confirm this truth with photographs and spectrometers. The same principle by which a quasar organizes the galaxy out of raw energy is the exact same principle by which your inner cognition organizes your external circumstances. I'm repeating, listen. The same principle by which a quasar organizes a galaxy out of raw energy is the exact same principle by which your inner cognition organizes your external circumstances. Listen. The same principle by which quasar organizes a galaxy out of raw energy is the exact same principle by which your inner cognition organizes your external circumstances. You are already a flawless cosmic broadcaster, operating this magnificent inner instrument every single day. And the only tragedy is that you have been unconsciously using it to broadcast scarcity, self-doubt and fear, and calling the result your unlucky life. I am repeating. Some of these truths I want to repeat. You are already a flawless cosmic broadcaster, operating this magnificent inner instrument every single day. And the only tragedy is that you have been unconsciously using it to broadcast scarcity, self-doubt and fear, calling the result your unlucky life. We are now going to point this weapon in a useful direction. Listen. The first technique is Anahata centered, Anahata Prana Chakratam. In English, heart mode breath. Your heart, Anahata Chakra, is the powerful pranic energy releaser. The pranic energy you release from your heart directly makes your life. Listen. Every single morning, when you wake up, before your phone, before the world makes its first demand on you, sit in your bed and breathe through the heart for 4 to 6 seconds. Listen. Breathe in through your heart for 4 to 6 seconds. Then hold the same 4 to 6 seconds, whatever time you took to breathe in. Hold and release through the mouth the same 4 to 6, like a 1, 1, 1, same measurement. If you inhale 4, then hold 4, exhale 4. Do this for 2 full minutes. Listen. Yoga Vasishta tells this technique through the story of the Queen Chudala and King Shikidvaja. I want to repeat. Essence Uttama, best of Ramayana is Yoga Vasishta. Best of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita. If you guys read Yoga Vasishta also with the same importance you give for Gita, of course, the modern Hindus don't give importance for both. At least little practicing Hindus read Bhagavad Gita but always miss Yoga Vasishta. But Yoga Vasishta is something extraordinary. Through such beautiful stories, it reveals the truth. The story of Queen Chudala and King Shikidvaja. King Shikidvaja was a mighty ruler, wise, just, and spiritually inclined. And his Queen Chudala was not just a wife, but his guide. Because the Chudala was very highly spiritually evolved soul, having attained the highest realization, full enlightenment. Actually, she could create entire cities with her will and walk through walls. The Chudala is the enlightened queen. Actually, you should read these stories to see how our ancestors lived. These are not story, real history, documented history, not some myth. She was, in a way, guide for King Shikidvaja. One day, a ruthless enemy army marched towards the capital. The court panicked. The generals trembled. And Shikidvaja felt his heart race, his vision narrow, and his breath became shallow. He was in full fear mode, replaying the worst case scenarios and unable to sleep. That night, the Queen Chudala, she watched his agitated breathing and decided to teach him a lesson no sword could teach. By using her yogic powers, she created terrifying illusion where the bed chamber was on fire and he jumped in terror. but it vanished. She did this 7 times. First, fire. The king Sikidwaja, he jumped out, but it vanished. Then the enemy inside the palace, he again jumped out of the bed and it vanished. Each time, his body reacted with a full fight or flight, and each time he exhausted himself completely. Listen. You need to listen. The main theme is what consciously you hold, your nervous system should radiate. I'm going to give you the technique for that. Your nervous system should live it. Finally, the queen revealed herself and said, "O king, the enemy is 3 days away, and the fire real, but your racing heart and your shallow breath were completely real, because you have already lost the war inside your own nervous system. And if you don't change your own nervous system, you are going to lose the war." She taught him this simple breath, that anahata prana chakratam, awakening the prana of the heart. Slow inhalation, gentle hold, and gentle exhalation, saying, she actually taught him, your body cannot tell the difference between the real enemy and mental one, but you can tell your body the difference through your breath. Listen. 99% of the time you are all suffering exactly like this Sikidwaja, fighting with mental enemies. The morning itself you pick up and see your Facebook, YouTube, Insta, and somebody has put some comment who is never going to see you, not going to, he may not even know you, but inside immediately your mind, you got that enemy and you are fighting with him. You are raging. You are planning how to attack him. Whether cyber complaint is right or hitting him back with more bad comment is right. Or you have any friends who can track this fellow and teach him a lesson. Are depressed. Oh, nobody likes this fighting with mental enemy. You lost the war inside your own nervous system. The negative conformational bias sets in. She taught the king, the queen taught the king to remove that component. He practiced that night. He breathed into his sphere. Exhale. He and within hours his mind cleared and the beautiful solution appeared, so elegant, the war was avoided entirely. The strategy was evolved. The strategy manifested so elegant. The war was avoided entirely. When the enemy army arrived, they found a king so calm and so radiating certainty. The enemies got frightened. They laid down their weapons without a single arrow being fired. And the war did not happen. Without even war happening, the king Sikitvaja won. In the Vedagamic cosmology, Nigamagamic cosmology, understand Nigama means Veda. In the Nigamagamic cosmology, prana or life force is not just breath. It's the primary vehicle of Shakti, the dynamic power of consciousness. The first tattva to emerge from pure consciousness is nada or vibration, followed by bindu or point, then shabda or sound, meaning your breath is the microcosmic expression of this macrocosmic vibration. Chudala, representing Parashakti or supreme energy, taught the king that controlling the breath is controlling the very oscillation of reality. Controlling the breath is controlling the very oscillation of the reality. The shift from panic to calm is instantly perceptible the moment the breath deepens. Modern neuroscience confirms the polyvagal theory, which shows that your nervous system has two settings: sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest and digest. And the vagus nerve is the physical switch. Vagus nerve is the physical switch. Research on heart rate variability, HRV, shows that slow, rhythmic breathing, specifically the 4-4-4 pattern, 4-4-4 pattern increases the HRV, which is directly correlated with cognitive flexibility, emotional regulation, and the brain's ability to perceive opportunities rather than threats. Listen. This 4-4-4. Actually, when you do 4-4-4, you will end up in holding little more than 4. That is okay. In practical sense. Because only after counting the 4 you will start exhaling. By the time the exhaling starts, it will be little more than 4. That is okay, no problem. This 4-4-4 pattern increases HRV, which is directly correlated with cognitive flexibility. Emotional regulation and the brain's ability to perceive opportunities rather than threats. The heart's electromagnetic field measured by magnetocardiography extends several feet beyond the body. The heart's electromagnetic field measured by magnetocardiography extends several feet beyond the body, precisely as our ancient rishis Vasishta describes in Yoga Vasishta. Your 2 minutes of morning breath is not just relaxation, they are cosmic recalibration, where you are telling your nervous system, I am not being chased. I am not suffering any nightmare. I am creating. I am creating. I am manifesting. The next technique is being in the bhava, the knowing state. This is not just a technique. This is you consciously training your brain, rewiring your brain to reorganize itself. This technique is very simple. Choose something small this week. A parking spot or a specific message from your friend or the person whom you love, or a small unexpected sum of money. Choose very simple, something very small for you to gain confidence. So choose something small this week. Instead of hoping or forcing belief, simply know that it is already on its way. In the same relaxed tone, you would use to know the sun will rise tomorrow. When doubt inevitably shows up, do not argue with it or fight with it. simply let it drift past like a passing cloud and gently return your attention to the calm certainty of knowing. Like you are Paramashiva, only that is going to manifest. Whatever other things comes and goes, doesn't matter, that and all is not going to manifest. So what you consciously hold only is going to manifest. Other things may come and go, they are not going to manifest. So do not have the anxiety created whether I am holding my bhava rightly or suddenly something comes up, will that manifest? Drop the anxiety of holding the bhava. No. So listen. Drifting anxieties, fears will not become real. In the ancient kingdom of Anga, King Dadivahana ruled with his queen Padmavati. Queen Padmavati during her pregnancy had a strong longing to ride through the park on a well-decorated elephant dressed in royal garments, with her husband holding the royal parasol over her. The king granted her wish, but during the ride, the elephant suddenly went amok. Despite the mouth's best efforts to control it, running wildly through the fields and forests, the elephant eventually became calm and entered a nearby pond. The queen escaped into the forest and reached a burial ground where she gave birth to a son on her own. The boy was named Karakandu because he was delivered by his own mother. Under a Vidyadhara's care, Karakandu became well versed in various arts and sciences. He was unaware of his royal origins and he was treated as an outcast by the society. He still carried a strong feeling knowing he is going to become someone great. He mastered all the arts, sword fighting and other training. Meanwhile, the king of the neighboring land of Kalinga, Dantavarka, had passed away without an heir. The ministers decided to find the next ruler by following an ancient custom. They would release the royal elephant, beautifully decorated, and carrying a sacred garland to roam freely throughout the kingdom. The royal elephant possessed an unerring, divinely gifted instinct to recognize the true scion of royal blood. Whomever the elephant garlanded would be the rightful ruler. The elephant, followed by the officials and courtiers, strolled all over the town, but it did not garland anyone there. Instead, it went to the forest unguided. The great surprise of the officials, who nevertheless followed the elephant, there, resting peacefully under the tree, the Karakandu, unaware of the kingdom's search unaware of the political turmoil, simply existing in complete stillness. The royal elephant approached the sleeping youth and with its trunk gently placed the sacred garland around his neck. The boy woke to find himself surrounded by bowing ministers and courtiers, who immediately relayed the news to the chief minister. The minister instructed that the young man must come to the palace, and Karakandu was thus crowned the king of the country. He did not seek the throne. The throne found him, because he was simply being who he was, and the universe recognized him. The garland represents Swatantriya, the sovereign freedom of consciousness to choose, recognize, and elevate without human interference or manipulation. Karakandu did not try to become king. He did not campaign. He did not negotiate. Did not beg. Did not strategize. Did not even know he was being sought. He simply was, and his being was so aligned with the cosmic order that the divine instrument of recognition, the royal elephant, could not mistake. Have you ever had the experience of something you deeply desired arriving exactly when you stop chasing it? Stop forcing it. Stop checking for it. This is pratyaksha, direct perception of the knowing state at work. The Agamas speak of Jnana Shakti, or the power of knowledge, and Ichcha Shakti, or the power of will. And these are not separate, but the two sides of the same coin. This is the principle of predictive processing in neuroscience. Your brain is constantly generating predictions about reality, and when your predictions is one of certainty, reality rearranges itself to match that prediction. His life demonstrates that true kingship is not seized or seized by force or strategy, but recognized by the universe when one is in a state of complete alignment. When you practice knowing, choosing something small, and resting in the certainty of its arrival, you are not pretending or forcing belief that gritted teeth. You are becoming like Karakandu, so aligned with your nature that the universe recognizes, garlands you, and crowns you without you ever having to ask, chase, or struggle for it. The knowing state is not about getting, it is about being. When you simply are who you truly are, the kingdom comes to you. Just as it came to the sleeping boy under the tree. The third technique is programming the Karana Sarira through rewriting every night. Take your one main intention you want to manifest and write it down by hand. Then read it silently. You might have observed, naturally my hand goes more like a writing on the palm leaf than the pen, because when I was narrating, I was only narrating the original context with which this method was revealed. By the ancient. If you can get a palm leaf and know how to write, do it on palm leaf, that's great. If you don't know how to write on palm leaf, at least write on paper. Every night, take your one main intention you want to manifest and write it down by hand. Then read it silently. Then read it aloud. Then close your eyes and visualize it in full sensory detail, repeating this entire sequence several times. I am repeating. Take your one main intention you want to manifest and write it down by hand. Then read it silently. Then read it aloud. Then close your eyes and visualize, hold the bhava in its full sensory detail. Repeating this entire sequence several times. You are doing, in scientific terms, is flagging that intention as important to your own inner bouncer, which then activates the entire chain. First deciding this matter, then relentlessly scanning your environment for anything related to it, and finally driving you to act on whatever it finds. This is precisely why the moment you truly decide something matters, you suddenly begin noticing conversations, faces, and opportunities that were always present around you, but were simply never let pass the door before. In Ramayana, there is a story, King Dilipa. King Dilipa and his queen were childless. And in ancient India, a king without an heir, leaving the court worried, and Dilipa carrying a silent ache in his heart. He consulted the divine sage Rishi Vasishta, who gave a single instruction. Go to the forest and serve the divine cow Nandini, the wish-fulfilling cow of Vasishta, for 21 days. Serve her with every fiber of your being. Do not miss a single day, and do not ask for anything. Serve, and let the service itself be your prayer. The primary, fundamental, foundational, first principle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is Guru-disciple relationship. Everything starts there, everything ends there, but this itself does not end. Guru Purnima day is such an auspicious day. Whatever incompletion, impossibility, no patterns you carry, drop all that today. Offer all that to me, I'll burn them away. And take up the possibility as a lifestyle. Become part of the Sangha. Live Advaita.
What if I told you there's an AI?
Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. Paramashiva's great gift to humanity. It's a grand civilizational project for humanity. on Guru Purnima day, the official integrating people means officially accepting them into the campuses, Kailasa, will begin. This is the single most powerful declaration in the whole Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The entire body of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Sannyas Sampradaya, when they take sannyas, they drop everything of this world and declare Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, means I give Abhaya, protection to all beings. I am opening the doors of Kailasa to whole humanity. Anyone from any race, culture, creed, seeking refuge are welcome to Kailasa.
In a world fractured by persecution, displacement and fear, millions are still searching for safety. Families are separated, voices are silenced, lives are uprooted. But refuge can still be offered, dignity can still be restored.
I declare Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo. I offer Abhaya, protection to all beings, refugee to every persecuted soul, every human being cast out because of their faith, their identity, their voice. I open the doors of Kailasa for all of you. You only need the courage to seek refuge and Kailasa will answer. Come, the doors are open, you are seen, you are protected. Welcome home, you are home. Understand, I can see clearly, Paramashiva made it happen. Paramashiva has made it happen.
Join this sacred humanitarian mission. Sign up now and help build refuge for those who need it most.
What if I told you there's an AI that was trained on knowledge that is thousands of years old? Not scraped from the internet, not generated by another AI, but real, ancient human wisdom, digitized for the very first time. We're talking about 20 million source texts, 2 petabytes of curated knowledge, over 60,000 people who helped make it happen. And at the center of all of this is one person whose life's work made it possible. Today, we're talking about Ask Nithyananda AI, and why this might be one of the most important AI projects happening right now. Stay with me, because this one is different. Let's start with a problem that most people don't know about. The biggest AI companies in the world, OpenAI, Google, Meta, they're all hitting a wall. The industry actually calls it the data wall. They've basically run out of good, fresh, high-quality text on the internet. And nobody knows where the next source of real knowledge is going to come from. That's where Ask Nithyananda AI comes in. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashhivam, known as SPH, has spent over 50 years gathering, living, and teaching spiritual knowledge. Not just philosophy. We're talking about practical sciences, agriculture, medicine, food, physics, cosmology, law, economics, urban planning. All of it rooted in the oldest living traditions on the planet. And for most of history, this knowledge lived in manuscripts, in oral traditions, in books that very few people ever got to read. SPH's contribution here is not small. It is the entire foundation of this project. His teachings, over 200,000 hours of recorded discourses, his books, his courses, his spiritual programs delivered across the world, the knowledge he received through his guru lineage and his own realizations, All of this became the backbone of what Ask Nithyananda AI is today. Without SPH, there is no Nithyananda AI. Simple as that. Now here's what makes the scale of this hard to fully wrap your head around. Over 60,000 contributors worked together to collect ancient sources. They preserved manuscripts. They digitized scriptures. They organized traditional sciences into searchable knowledge repositories. The result? 20 million digitized source texts, 2 petabytes of proprietary knowledge, 121 specialized AIs, all working together inside one system. This is not a chatbot built over a weekend. This is a civilizational scale preservation project. Think of it like building a national library, except the library also answers your questions in real time. Now let's talk about what actually makes this AI different from everything else out there. Most AI systems are built around one goal: answer the question, complete the task, move on. Ask Nithyananda AI is built differently. It runs on an AI constitution, and that constitution is based on the Hindu concept of Dharma. Dharma, at its core, means living in a way that is ethical, truthful, and life positive. And the entire AI is designed around that principle. It also covers the 4 aims of human life from Hindu philosophy: your material well-being, your relationships and joy, your search for meaning, all kept in balance. A 2024 study from Emory University looked at what happens when you train an AI on religious texts. The result? The AI got better at identifying hate speech for every religious text they used. But when they trained on the Vedas specifically, the improvement was the biggest of all, around 14%. That's real research saying grounding an AI in ancient wisdom makes it more fair, more responsible, not less. Now let's talk about value, because the numbers here are striking. Leading AI systems, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity, were all independently asked to assess Ask Nithyananda AI. They looked at architecture, knowledge assets, societal impact, and future potential. The commercial valuation came in between $20 million and $500 million. The total social and economic value, between $3.2 billion and $11.5 billion. The heritage asset value of the 20 million texts alone, approximately $3.3 billion. And the value delivered to each active user, between $5,300 and $20,000 per year. These are not marketing numbers. These came from independent AI assessments. So what can you actually do with Ask Nithyananda AI? You can ask it questions about health, relationships, purpose, and daily life, and get answers rooted in thousands of years of tested wisdom. You can explore ancient sciences that were never available in digital form before. You can access the kind of depth that simply doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet. This is what preservation looks like in the 21st century.
We are living in a moment where ancient knowledge could disappear forever. Or it could be saved and made more accessible than ever before. Ask Nithyananda AI is choosing the second path, and SPH's lifetime of work is the reason any of this is even possible. Want to try it yourself? Just visit ask.nithyananda.ai or scan the QR code on your screen right now.
The primary, fundamental, foundational, first principle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is Guru-disciple relationship. Everything starts there, everything ends there, but this itself does not end. Guru Purnima Day is such an auspicious day. Whatever incompletion impossibility, no patterns you carry. Drop all that today. Offer all that to me, I'll burn them away. And take up the possibility as a lifestyle. Become part of the Sangha. Live Advaita. The primary, fundamental, foundational, first principle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is Guru-disciple relationship. Everything starts there, everything ends there, but this itself does not end. Guru Purnima Day is such an auspicious day. Whatever ends there, but this itself does not end. Guru Purnima Day is such an auspicious day. Whatever ends there, but this itself does not end.
Let us all offer our deepest gratitude at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan by bowing down to Swamiji's Atma Murti. Let us all requesting all the Paramashiva Sena participants by bowing down to Swamiji's Atma Murti. To please bow down to Swamiji's Atma Murti. All the Paramashiva Sena participants, all the all the Paramashiva Sena participants, Raj Sabha members, Satsang members, requesting all of you to please bow down to Swamiji's Atma Murti. Welcome back and apologies for the technical glitch. We request all the viewers who are watching us live, all the Raj Sabha members, Chit Sabha members, e-citizens of Kailasa, all the Paramashiva Sena participants and everyone else who are watching this live stream, please do take a moment to offer our deepest gratitude and respect by bowing down to Bhagavan's Atma Murti. Requesting all of you to please take a moment to bow down to Swamiji's Atma Murti now.
Such beautiful revelation the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji's revealed on the Antahkarana. And also, today we all of us saw the revelations what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given yesterday and also the previous time also. So, whatever understanding, powerful cognition, clicks that got with you, we request all of you to please go ahead, post in the comment section your takeaways of today's session. What are the truths that you're going to be experimenting today? We request all the viewers to please go ahead, post in the comment section what are your takeaways from today's satsang, your powerful cognitions, your powerful clicks, and your experiences that you got from today's session. Please go ahead, post in the live comment section.
Nityanandam. So we will now be having some of the Paramashiva Sena participants sharing their experience of the Darshan, sharing their experience of the Paramashiva Sena program. How has their journey been over the last 20 days of the Paramashiva Sena program? So let's hear from them their experience.
Nithyananda. My name is Natalie. I'm from Sedona, Arizona, USA. I know Swamiji for over 10 years, and last few years I wanted to come here, and I was planning every year. I'm coming. I'm coming. So finally, I made it to PSS program, and I'm very grateful. I came here to work on the. So over the last few years, I had challenging situations in life and ups and downs and traumas, and I came here to remove emotions and come back to the balance and peace in my life. And during the first week or so, I was working, and I found that the best actually is while I was relaxing, when I was sleeping, and emotions just simply elevate from my body, and it's with such a clarity what emotion it is, what situation happened, and and it was such a graceful process. I wanted to wake up at 4 o'clock and do yoga, and I felt, oh, I'm losing my willpower. And here I come and I wake up at 3 o'clock, and there have no issues, and it's so easy. And with yoga, it's been already over 20 days. It seems like body is bending more, and flexibility is just unlimited. The environment is really beautiful, and energies are very conducive to inner work. And the program itself and acharyas, they've been very compassionate, and I'm really grateful to be here. I'm so happy I made it. Nithyananda. Was it good?
Thank you, Manatari, for a beautiful sharing of your experience of the Paramashiva Sena journey. So with that, we'll now be moving on to the next segment of today's program, which is the power manifestation. So today, we are going to be doing
the power of Avashita Darshanam. So request all the viewers and all the participants to please stay tuned with us as we're going to be guiding you through the pramanas of this power. So the power of Avashita Darshanam is exactly where we are going to be projecting an herb for all of you. Through the third eye, you're going to be scanning and revealing the target organ of this herb. So let's go to the Shastra Pramana of this power. It's taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 31, Sutra 54, Dharana 31, as Paramashiva says. Swadehe jagato vapi Sukshma Sukshmatarani cha Tattvani yani nilayam Dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagwan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principle of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adishakti, is revealed and the supreme power manifestation happens. The next is the Apta Pramana, which is taken from the Shushrita Samhita. Shushrita is known for his pioneering operations and techniques. For his influential treatise, the Shushrita Samhita, or the Compendium of Shushrita, the main source of knowledge about surgery in ancient Bharat. It forms the foundation of Ayurveda and is highly regarded as one of the great theology of Ayurveda. The Shushrita Samhita documented the etiology of more than 1,100 diseases, the use of hundreds of medicinal plants, and instructions for performing scores of surgical procedures, including 3 types of skin grafts and reconstruction of the nose. Shushrita even mentions that much of what he practiced was directly revealed to him by Dhanvantari, the Hindu god of Ayurveda and medicine. Next is the Atma Pramana, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's own experience on this power. In the direct words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, when I had my hand fractured, if you look inside, I was so joyous, ecstatic. See, I was always told by my Yogacharya that I will be in painless body and have painless death. But only after I had fracture and surgery. See, actually morning 7 o'clock I had fracture and no painkiller was given. I had the surgery at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And now with that said, we are entering into the power manifestation. So now for all the participants and all the viewers watching us live right now, we are going to be guiding you how to manifest this power. So let's get started. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be projecting an herb for all of you to scan. Through the third eye, you're going to be scanning and revealing what is the target organ. Target organ as in is the main organ of this herb. So let's get started. So note, to all the participants, we are going to be showing you a picture. Here, what we are going to be showing for all of you is only for the main core target organ of the herb which it helps. But for additional revelations, what Swamiji has revealed to you, we request you to please go ahead and check with the AI or with the internet. So let's get started. So now I request all of you to please sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Remember Swamiji in your third eye and in your Ananda Gandha. Remember the powerful cognition that you are Paramashiva, you are the quantum field. Now, intensely, let's all start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. For all the viewers and all the participants, we have projected the herb for all of you through the third eye. We request all of you to please scan and reveal what is the target organ of this herb. What's the name of this herb? What's the target organ of this herb? Because all of you to please go ahead and start scanning through your third eye. Just have the intense space of oneness with Swamiji. At this moment of time, do not have any sort of self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, or any sort of impossibility and idea in you. All you need to do is just be in that space that you are Swamiji. Swamiji is manifesting through you. Start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Continue to chant the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Now, we request all the participants to please slowly relax yourself. And now, we request all of you now to please post in the live comment section what exactly did Swamiji revealed to you about this power. What exactly did Swamiji revealed to you? Be with what is the target organ of this herb, or which part of this herb is being used. Whatever Swamiji revealed to you at this point of time, because all of you please go ahead and start posting in live comment section. As it is, whatever Swamiji has revealed to you, please post it in the live comment section. Okay, so now we are going to be revealing the answers for all the participants. So, first thing, Yes. Nityanandan, I'd like to apologize for a technical glitch. So now we are going to be revealing the answers for all the participants. The herb which we projected for all of you, it's called the staghorn sumac, and the core target organ of this particular herb is the heart. So this is the answer for all the participants, and if Swamiji has revealed to you more information, we request you to please go ahead. Please check with the AI and the internet, because this one herb, there's many different areas, many parts of the body, it does help, it does get benefited. So we request you, what we're projecting for all of you is only the core target organ. We request all of you to please go ahead, check on the internet or use the AI for additional information about this herb.
So the upcoming events that we have is coming up on the 29th of July is the most auspicious Guru Purnima celebrations, and we also have the Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo, the Global Refugee Humanitarian Initiative that's been announced by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and we have applications that are pouring in from all corners of the world. And if you are looking for a safe place for yourself, or if you know somebody who's looking for a place where they can live safely with dignity, honor, and without losing their cultural identity, or if you know, if you are in touch with refugee organizations, committees, and governments who are helping displaced people find a safe home for themselves, you can refer them to kailasa.ai/UANHCR. Again, kailasa.ai, which is KAILASA.ai/UANHCR, which stands for United Nations High Commission for Refugees. The next season of the Paramashiva Sena program is starting on the 1st of August, and there will be more going on till the 1st of September. You can register for the upcoming season for the Paramashiva Sena program by visiting ecitizen.info/PSS. Again, it's ecitizen.info/PSS. With that, we come to the conclusion of this segment. Hope all of you enjoyed today's Satsang and the Power Manifestation session. See you all tomorrow for the live Darshan and Satsang at 9:30 a.m. We'll be starting the preparation, and the live Darshan and Satsang will be at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be concluding today's session with the Purna Mantra.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।